PR Connections Radio presents.
Hi, my name is Penny Tindall, and I am the new host for the podcast called The Professionals. We will be broadcasting this podcast live every first and third Wednesday of the month at 10:15 a.m. Tune in and learn about local businesses and their innovative minds behind them. Each episode, we will journey through the unique stories of our neighborhood entrepreneurs and nonprofits and uncover the passion, the challenges, and the triumphs that drive our local economy. Join us as we explore how dedicated individuals are crafting not only vibrant enterprises, but also are more connected to our local Las Vegas and Henderson community. Stay tuned. I'll see you soon. Penny Tindall. Hello. Happy New Year to everyone. I am just so excited. I know it is January 15th. So my first show was part of a mega podcast, and it was pre-recorded. So I'm just happy to be live. And today I have my guest and friend, Becky Stonebarger with the Beacon Center. Welcome, Becky.
Thank you for having me, Penny. I appreciate it. I'm excited to have a discussion with you.
Yes, and you know, the interesting story is when I met Becky was at least, I was just counting down over 15 years ago. I know that because I know a couple milestones in my life, and she has always been someone that supports local businesses. You had a large network group. You had interesting conversations, and now I think that you said 9 years you've been the owner, veteran-owned, woman-owned owner of the Beacon Center.
Yes.
So tell us, how did that come about from doing what you were doing prior to deciding to come up with an amazing facility that is just a couple miles from the Strip?
Thank you for asking, Penny. It's really exciting. It's been a fantastic journey. It started, like you had said, us in networking, just networking and building a networking group of collaborative individuals that are in business working together. And as the group grew, and it itself was a 7-year project, and as the group grew, I discovered that I was running out of space to host everyone. And I ended up just opening up the Beacon Center as a solution to a problem, which I guess a lot of businesses are. It's a solution to a problem, and then you develop a passion for it. And then little by little, I phased out the networking meetings, the strategy calls, and counselings coachings that I did, and just focused 100% on the Beacon Center now. And so 9 years, we're in our 10th year now. We've grown from 1,200 square foot to 2,200 square foot by adding a second venue next door with a connecting door. So we now have a venue for $50 an hour for business rentals, and a venue that is $75 an hour, depending on how much space, how many guests you're expecting, and so forth. So trying to hit people's price points and staying away from the requirements that are on the Strip and in a lot of hotels where you have a food and beverage minimum. We allow you to bring your own, use your own caterer, or you can use our partner caterer. So here at the Beacon Center, we really believe in people like choices. So everything is a choice.
I love that. I mean, that is pretty much the American dream. We want to have choices. That's why a lot of people come to our country. A lot of businesses, like you said, might want to train their staff and need a dedicated space. I know that when I attended an event about a year ago You had somebody coming in for a celebration of life. So you have a lot of different options. So let's talk about, you have a lot of great technology in your building, right? So let's talk about that, because a lot of times when people do things, they're fumbling for internet and everything like that. So let's talk about the ease of not only a great space, but the ease of creating an event at your Beacon Center.
So no matter what kind of an event it is, if it's a business meeting, as simple as a business meeting, or from cradle to grave, from celebration or from birth of baby showers or gender reveal, all the way till celebration of life and anything that's in between, we have four walls. So while it may look like a meeting when you walk in, you can walk in another time and you can see it all decorated. And we have video of that where you can actually do a 360 walkthrough on our website, thebeaconcenter.com. And you can use your mouse and you can walk through it as a business meeting, or you can do a walkthrough as a social event. But I became very passionate in the beginning. We started getting phone calls for baby showers, and we're actually #1 on SEO for baby showers and also celebration of lives. Sadly, people pass away and there's just no space in their homes to have that after services luncheon, and we're a great place to do that. In fact, we're decorated right now for a celebration of life that's taking place tomorrow. So we do hold a lot of those type of events here.
I love that because, a lot of traditional, once you do a celebration of life, when people could not afford it, they would do it kind of like at their home or, somewhere else. And then you want them to leave, and then they're not leaving because they're at your house. So I
Right.
love the idea that it's a timed event, it's controlled event, right? Then
Yes.
when you need to go, you just go. And if the people want to stay and gather around and continue to celebrate, you can do that. So it, like you said, it gives you the choice.
Right.
And you're kind of a partner with regards to planning it through, right?
Yes, I work with them. I can do the decorating for them. Again, choices. We have a couple different packages where you have the room and you do it yourself. Or we have a package where I'll do all the decorating for you, where you just show up and enjoy it, and it's a total stress-free package that is very, very popular. Just because so many people don't want to get nickeled and dimed on the little things like cake servers and pie plates and those charger plates, those things that you're running out to get at the last minute to set up your tablescapes and so forth. And we've got backdrops with twinkle lights, and we can put a decal in the middle of the dance floor. So we can go all out. As far as technology, we've got an audio system where people can create a Bluetooth or a playlist. They can Bluetooth right into our speaker system. So if they don't want to have the cost of a DJ, then they don't have to. They can use a playlist. Again, options. We have color changing lights in the ceiling. So if you don't want to have a DJ that's going to have the fancy lighting, you've got access to a remote where you can play with the lights in the ceiling and set them the way that you like it. 70-inch TV on the wall that you can stream. In the case of Celebration of Life, that's used a lot for that. And of course, business meetings. But we have cameras so you can zoom in, zoom out. If you wanted to broadcast your wedding, we can plug you into the camera so that your wedding can be broadcast live through the cameras that we have installed in the ceilings. So flexibility is really important to me to be able to offer clients, because in today's times, people just don't necessarily need everything that is per se in a package deal. So,
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's the how it sums it all up.
Yes, and I know, like you said, the sound system and everything like that. So if you wanted to do maybe like my daughter, she has a Bible study that she does. And they're always looking for places. So they go to different places, restaurants, outdoor, that's too cold. But something like that, if somebody wanted to plan something that they're doing monthly or weekly, that is an option.
Absolutely. It's 4 walls, so we can do anything that your vision has. You can transfer that vision onto me and we'll make it happen. And our reviews, Google has a lot of reviews that can stand by all of that. I'm very proud of my Yelp and my Google reviews. Worked hard. I just believe that I'm the one who's in charge of my business. I'm the one who's in charge of those reviews. And if there's a bad review, it's because of me and nobody else. So work hard and be appreciated, and people will come back. And that's what our tagline is: make our space your space. And I truly mean that. I truly mean, I want you to be able to say, oh, I have a place in Las Vegas, no problem.
Yes, I love that. And it's interesting because you do see a lot of events happening and they're not really well planned out. It's like maybe at a good venue, but then there's no parking, or it's at a good venue, but people are coming through, so you can't do a presentation. I mean, this is also works in networking events and mixers and speed dating and speed networking and stuff like that. So with that space, I know you said you went from 12, was it 1,200 square feet? And now you're 2,400. So
22.
what
Yeah.
would be the biggest party that you could do? Because I don't know, is that 2,400, you can have it all 2,400, it opens up to be that big?
Yes. So
Oh,
fire code, because we have the double doors in now, that allows us with fire code our fire code is 120. Now you put tables and chairs in there, that's going to change. So
right.
we basically, our sweet spot, we can seat 69 with a dance floor.
Okay, a dance floor. And what does the dance floor consist of? Are you putting the wood floor down there or something?
No, it's our tile floor, but it's just the tables it's cleared space. We put a decal in the middle of the dance floor with happy birthday or welcome baby or whatever the theme is. And because we make the decals ourselves, we'll upload, like if it's a Winnie the Pooh baby shower, we'll upload Winnie the Pooh graphics and have those on the floor as well. It's just one of those options that we offer. Another one that we offer, we put 6 digital cameras out on the tables, so people can take photos, and then we'll upload those photos to a Google Drive for them to download. And we put essentials baskets in the bathrooms that have the things like eyeglass repair kit and contact solutions and safety pins, sewing kit, all those type of things that you may need, even wrinkle sprays and static sprays. We put baskets of that into the bathrooms as well for their guests to be able to use should they have an emergency need, feminine products in the women's bathrooms. So it's all stocked for that as well. So lots of options.
So what is the most unique event that you had that you kind of had to like think about it, or kind of, I don't know, think off the beaten path? Have you had something interesting? Or maybe if it's not that,
Yeah.
maybe okay, what is
So annually, we've done 2 now, 2 years in a row, and they've already booked their next one. We have a pageant here. Let's just say it's men unclothed, and it's a pageant. Yes. And that is probably our most unique. Luckily, we don't have a lot of outside windows that we have to cover up. So it's an easy conversion. But
right.
I would say that that's probably the one that's made me stop and just take a breath and go, is this what we want? But you know what? They love us. They're part of the LGBTQ community. I love that community. We serve that community tremendously. I I just love having them. So the beginning was a little, but now they're great and they're easy to work with. So yeah.
And they're return clients, which means that you do a phenomenal job. That is the best thing you can do for a business, is to keep, going back. That means that you were a bit more than happy with the service. You feel good about it. So, I was just thinking, because you do have a nice size. What about if somebody wanted to do like a school or a fundraiser? Have you done anything like that? I was thinking like bingo or
Yes.
or
Yes.
anything like that, since
The
I've been to
funny
the
thing
bingo.
is all the examples that you have thrown out there, there has been one held here, at least on that. And yes, we've done fundraisers. And again, with my networking and strategic history in my past, um, I allow people, if you want to pick my brain on what's worked for other people, I'll be happy to give you what I've seen work over the 9 years and what I've seen not work. One of the bingos that has taken place here was amazing. They did, your entry was coloring books for children with cancer, I think it was, for children's cancer. And they had a huge success. I actually came and participated. It was a lot of fun. And we've done this past Thanksgiving, there was a Thanksgiving handout. Christmas, there was a Christmas handout. There was with a returning customer. There was also a wrapping where the organization had adopted families and they had bought gifts and they came here so that they could have a wrapping party, because we have the tables to be able to make that, to make it like an assembly line. So doing assembly of things, we've had political groups come in and use it for assembly of types of things. Just, gosh, about anything that you can think of we've experienced here. And it's so much fun seeing such a diversity of types of events and but meetings. One of our continuing customers that has been before pandemic and still is with us, they're a local dispensary here, and they need to get their employees together for their classes and learning and HR and so forth, and their managers for manager meetings. And they held a trunk or treat here, which was awesome. Seeing the business client then go into more social events. We have another client that instead of doing holiday parties, they do a Halloween party because the attendance is better at a Halloween party than it is when you're competing in the Christmas in the month of December. Great success. Great. We've posted actually video of it on all of our social medias, and it's great when I see the business turning into social and the social turning into business.
That's flattering. That's flattering, because they're bringing you not only professional, but in their personal life. So that totally makes sense. And just listening to you, I mean, even with me as a publisher, I do a lot of collaborations. I, put businesses together. And a lot of times when I do that, they're like, what are we going to do? How are we going to create this event? So you've already given me some ideas for, I just picked up 3 senior clients, senior business clients. And we were just talking about, well, how are we going to connect you to the senior groups that I found? And, we were talking about going to Sun City Summerland and maybe, renting a space. But then I'm like, this sounds more reliable, because number one, we'll have, like you said, control of who's coming in. You have the internet, you have the super large TV screen, and the people coming are, two. And the people coming, you have a dedicated space. So a lot of times when you do something that's super convenient, sometimes people just say, I'm going to pop in. And that's what happens sometimes in the network event, right? Somebody pops in. So you say, I had 200 people, but when I was there, all I saw was 50 people, the same 50 people I see, every week. So I think that there's a lot of great options. And I know that, I know that you're a sound businesswoman. I believe you are a member of the Chamber of Commerce too, right? You work with that organization,
Yes.
don't you?
I've been a member for a while. I am honored to have been chosen to be one of their ambassadors. And there's nothing more exciting than being an ambassador for any type of a brand and being tapped for that. And it's one of the things that it brings me so much joy to be able to connect brand new chamber members with other people, other chamber members, and see their collaboration grow, even if it has nothing to do with me. And I value my toolbox. So my toolbox is the number of connections that I have in different industries that I can call on at any time. And that my toolbox is, I'm always trying to grow my toolbox, but I'm also always trying to separate out those brass tools from the
Oh, yes.
stainless steel
Yeah, the
ones.
brass monkeys out there. Yes. And so basically, me and you have kind of the same philosophy. We're here to celebrate local businesses, help other people out there, and just provide some type of community space for our community, right?
Yes.
So I appreciate that. So why don't we go ahead, and you have mentioned that you're on a lot of social media, you're getting great ratings. Why don't we take a moment to talk about your phone number, your website, and how people can reach you, Becky. And then if there's a shout out on something that's coming up that you'd like to invite or an incentive, now's your time to shine.
Oh, well, thank you. I feel like you've made me shine the whole time of this interview. And I really appreciate you asking me to be on your the professionals. I'm honored, and the name professionals is stands by itself. So I do appreciate that, Penny. So my name is Becky Stonebarger, as it is on the screen, and it's the Beacon Center, like beacon and a lighthouse at the top of a lighthouse. And it's thebeaconcenter.com. It's the Beacon Center on Instagram. It's the Beacon Center on Facebook. Also on LinkedIn. And then myself is Becky Stonebarger on LinkedIn. I don't make it real difficult. And Becky.Stonebarger, I think, is what Facebook is. So the connecting with me, our website has the 360 video tours. You can also click on a button to either set up an in-person tour, or you can click on a button to start getting information as far as a proposal and planning an event. There's blogs on our website. Our partners are on our website. It's a very
user-friendly,
concise. Everything you could ever want on it is there. And then best of all, you can always click, you can text that phone number, you can call that phone number, and I'll be on the other end.
Perfect. So go ahead and say your phone number so people can hear it, and say it a couple times so they have time to write it down.
702-528-0477. Again, 702-528-0477. And it's thebeaconcenter.com, all ran together. And that'll redirect you to meetingspaceforyou.com. Don't freak out.
That's perfect. So you know what? When you're lost in the shuffle and you need to find a space, give Becky a call. And wow, my phone went off and it was supposed to be on silent. But anyway, that is the end of our show. You can come back on our show on the first and third. Oh my goodness. I don't know why it keeps silent mode. She's an emergency number, so sorry. But go ahead, and we are on the first and third Wednesday of the month at 10:15. That gives you that 15 minutes to get your cup of joe or grab a snack. I always introduce you to local business owners that I want to partner with or believe in what they do and respect them. And also looking for nonprofits, mostly local nonprofits. But if you have something you want to share with the local Las Vegas community, feel free to give me a call, 702-420-8964, Penny Tindall, local publisher here in Summerlin. So thank you so much, Becky. Everybody have an amazing day. Happy New Year. keep moving forward. Thanks again. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
PR Connections Radio thanks you for watching this podcast. Check out more episodes of this show and our others at prconnectionsradio.com.